Welcome back, Kingdom, to the Life of King. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit subscribe, because once you leave, not once you leave, child, you just got here. Once you get here, you're not gonna want to leave is what I meant. Jesus Christ, I'm kicking the people out already. But listen, okay, so rewind that back. You know the drill. You know what everybody say. Come on now, just hit subscribe, because you know you're gonna want to see some more videos. So that's it. Shit. Anyway, so this is my first ever girl talk, and I'm super excited because I always wanted to do some girl talks and I never had before, and so this is my first one. So okay, so in this girl talk we are going to be talking about hygiene and pH. And so people think that hygiene and pH are the same, and they're not. Although hygiene does affect pH and pH does affect hygiene, all of that, it affects each other, but they're not the same. So I first want to start off with hygiene. So if you are watching and you are becoming a young lady, you're becoming a young woman, and you are 10, 11, 12, 13, or however old you are, you're in your teens, you're in your preteens, or in your 20s or whatever, and you were not taught how to take care of your personal hygiene, or you kind of were taught but it's still not helpful to you, I want to say that you are not alone. There are other women that have not been taught how to take care of their personal hygiene, and everybody's body is different. So what may be beneficial to me may not be beneficial for your lady parts. I want to start by saying that. But for me, for someone like me, since I was a preteen, my lady parts have been very juicy. It's been an overflow of, so yeah. So for me, I would say back in middle school, I had a bag. So I started wearing like little purses and stuff. And I was the bag lady, child. I would have alcohol wipes, not for that, but I had alcohol wipes, Band-Aids, white wipes, like baby wipes, feminine wipes, baby powder, body spray, vag spray, just everything I had in my little purse. And every time I would go to the bathroom, I would wipe up with baby wipes, with a baby wipe. What the fuck? A baby wipe, a feminine wipe. I would spray. I would put like baby powder and I would spray. I was doing the most because I was like, this is not it. Like, it was not an odor. It was just like, when it smells like, now that I know what the smell is, it smelled like sex. It smelled like I'm ready to have sex. Like, it wasn't an odor at all. It smells like, girl, you ready to get buzzed down. And I really did not realize that then. I thought something was wrong with me until I got older and people were like, yeah, you like Niagara, you do. And I was like, oh, that's a good thing. I could, So that is how I handled myself when I was 18, a preteen. And so now I am moving into the realm of, somebody's fine as auntie. And I recently had a birthday, and I talked to my mom about some things that I was experiencing with my lady parts, and she was like, oh, well, when I was your age, that's when, a lot of things started to change for me too, blah, blah, blah. So let's get into what changed. One, I had a period for 2 months. Who does that? Not me. My period is like 3 to 4 days max, okay? I was depressed. When I say I was crying every day, I woke up and I did not have no blood. I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, baby Jesus. And then after the day would go on, there would be blood, and I would like start crying because I thought something was wrong with me. I did not understand why I was still having a cycle a month in. So I felt like that was causing a lot of like, for me, I have like a pregnant people's nose is what I call it, and I can smell blood. Oh, Jesus, yeah. So I went through that. So with my boyfriend, ever since we started our sexual relationship, I've been on my period like every time. So we're long distance on top of that, and every time we would see each other once a month, and it just so happened to be when I would be on my period or when I would be coming off of my period. So even if I was coming off my period and we would have sex, my period would start back. So and for me, when I'm off of my period, well, when I'm coming off of my period, how do you say, you know how you have like the brown, it's kind of like, it's still blood, but it's like a brown color. I know that type of blood is called something when it turns brown, but it would still be like that, and it would still be like that whole period thing going on or whatever. And so he and I had a conversation about it because I realized that something was very off because we would have sex around my period. Then I had a period for 2 months. My body was just going through a lot of changes. And then once my period would come off, after I had a period, well, no, right before I had a period for 2 months, when my period would come off, it would be like a odor, kind of like not a fishy odor, but just like not a I didn't bathe odor either. It just was not pleasant. First of all, it just was not pleasant. And so I started to do a little research because I had not dealt with that before. I had not dealt with having a long extended cycle. And I was just depressed. I felt like my cat was broken. I was telling my boyfriend, I have a broken. It's broken. And so I started just researching, and I found these nifty things. I found these things. Yeah. I found these things. And so what they are, it is boric acid vaginal suppositories. And so I don't really know all of the logistics per se to be able to try to teach somebody, but it says the ingredients are 600 milligrams of boric acid. So yeah. And the boric acid is supposed to like realign your pH. And so the pH, your pH needs to be balanced in order for you to have a healthy vagina. So describing what a pH is or explaining what a pH is and all that good stuff, that's for another video. But you need your pH to be balanced. And obviously if it's not, something is throwing it to be off balance. And so me doing research, I learned that a lot of women go through it and they have gone to the gynecologist, and some of these women literally are going to be dealing with this for the rest of their lives. So I was just a little hurt. I was depressed about my cat. I'm just like, I don't want to deal with this. I've never had to deal with this before, and I don't want to. So when my period would come off, after I learned about all this stuff, my period would come off, I started inserting one of these nifty little magic beans. One of these magic beans, and nothing. But also, I feel like I had a reaction. Like when I would want to be intimate with my partner, it wouldn't be as Niagara Falls as it used to be. And in my mind, ladies, tell me if I'm wrong, but in my mind, when you have a juicy vagina, that is the equivalent of having a big penis. And I told my sisters and I told my boyfriend that my was small. Like, I don't understand why I have to have a now. My always been big and now it's small. And so yeah, I was just going through that for like maybe a couple of weeks, and I don't know, these things really have seemed to help. Like, even when I have sex with my partner, with my boyfriend, it throws my pH off now. I never had that issue before. And so I'm just really disheartened. Maybe this is age. And so if this is what's coming with age, it's a lot of us that really need to research our vaginas. We need to research what they do, what they are, all of this good stuff, because we think we know our cats just because we, you know, have all these cute pet names for it. We know it's a hole that's there. We know, you know, somebody inserts something in it and we feel good, but we need to really do more research on how to really take care of our lady parts, and for our lady parts to also be happy. Yeah. So that's the girl talk. If you're dealing with a partner that throws your pH off and he is no good for you, think about that. But when he texts you, hey, you was looking cute on your story, all that good shit like that, think about if you really want to throw your pH off for this nigga. Like, am I fucking with you, or am I just fucking with you? Like, do you really want to do that shit for an ain't shit ass nigga? Think about that. Okay. What's something else that'll throw it off? Soda will throw your pH off. Just your dietary intake will throw your pH off. So you have to definitely be aware of that. You just have to be a healthy person all around. I honestly feel like spiritually, if you are still vaginally, spiritually linked to somebody that was toxic for you, I honestly feel like that affects you as well. And it may not, but I feel like we need to cleanse our sex demons too, ladies. Like, you may not think that it has a hold on you, but I really feel like it does. So yeah. What else? That's all I got. Take a bath, bitch. When you go work out, take a bath. When you when you know that you was messing with that nigga and he probably messing with Keisha, Kim, and Tanya, take a bath. You supposed to use the bathroom after you have sex. You're supposed to go pee. Forgot why they said that, but it sound right. Go pee. And take a bath. Don't just get up and go home and put your clothes on. At least make that nigga let you take a bath. Matter of fact, do it at your house so you can take a bath there. Okay? And make him leave right after. If it's somebody that you really not dealing with like that, don't throw your pH off. Don't just be sleeping in your field. Take a bath right after, especially if you're a person that knows that you deal with pH problems. Take a bath. When in doubt, bathe. That's the motto for the whole video. When in doubt, bathe.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Don't just use soap either. Because, I mean, we got to have this whole conversation about people using soap. Don't just use soap. Don't take no bar of soap and rub across your body. Get a towel, lather it real good. Lather it. Scrub. Now, see, I scrub until my skin is red. That's not good. I don't suggest that. But I do want to be clean. And I have a brush from the Dollar Tree. I have a brush and it has like a long handle and then it has bristles at the top. My boyfriend calls it an AutoZone brush because when I'm scraping, it's like shh, 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 shh. And then I scrubbed him with it and he was like, like, you know, he does not think it's a brush made for your body because it's hard, kind of. It softens up over time though. And I feel really clean when I use it too. Yep. So when in doubt, bathe. Even if you're bathing with an AutoZone brush, at least you're clean. So yeah, that's the video. I don't really have any more girl talk for you guys. I mean, that's hygiene for you. When in doubt, bathe. You know, be mindful of your pH. If your pH is thrown off, always ask your gynecologist if you have one. If you don't have the means to go to a gynecologist and you have been having sex, you may want to consider it. Is it a sexual disease? Is it a STD, or is it a UTI, or it could be a number of those things, because ladies, when we're dealing with our lady parts, a lot comes with it. So just be mindful that you're having safe sex. If you're not having safe sex, have sex with somebody that you trust with your body, somebody that also respects your body. And yeah, love yourself, love your body, and take care of yourself. Take care of your lady parts, because that is a part of self-care too. So if you enjoyed this girl talk, don't know if I did it right, but if you enjoyed this girl talk, please drop a comment down below and tell me some things that you want to talk about. If you have something to say about this video, about pH, hygiene, all that good stuff, about our lady parts, drop a comment and tell me what you got to say about that. So yeah, let me know. But it's been good. I like this. I like just talking about stuff. This is cute. I'm gonna have to do some more girls' house. But all right, Kingdom, good night. So it's time for bed, y'all. Good night. Love y'all.
Hey, homie. That's all I'm saying.